All right. So the movie Never Been Kissed, where Drew Barrymore, she's just like pretends. Is that the one where she pretends to go back to high school? I think so. And they made memes about it where it's like that's millennials in TikTok. Okay, long story long, that's how I feel right now with this 10-minute video option. What the hell is this? I do everything on just my regular phone and Instagram, but like, is this new or do I just really not know anything? I saw 10M and I was like, 10 minutes? Who the hell's listening to 10 minutes of a video on TikTok? But honestly, the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope people listen to 10 minutes of me talking on TikTok. So here we go. I've been posting wacko stuff on my TikTok for a long time. Most of my real estate stuff has just been on my Instagram and on my Facebook. But I really just want to start using all the platforms. This seems like kind of easier to use in some ways. And, I can make some new connections here. So I really want to start doing, some more videos, some more content videos. If you guys do not know, I am Jackie Kramer. I have been a real estate agent here in South Jersey for the last 10 years. And as much as I want to continue connecting with buyers and sellers on these platforms, I also want to connect with people who want to be real estate agents in South Jersey, probably the counties that I work in, Atlantic, Burlington, Camden, or Gloucester counties. I cover all four of those counties in South Jersey, and there's always new people entering the business, and I'd love to be a part of educating those new agents. So reach out if you are an agent like that who is going to get started, have any questions, need some guidance or assistance, suggestions, whatever. Please reach out. All right. So I'm going to go back to the basics. All right. With like everything with real estate, there's so much information. There's so many moving parts. There's so much stuff to it. I feel like sometimes when we professionals come in front of the camera and we want to start sharing content, we're almost like at a loss of what to share because there's so much information. So I'm just going to bring it back to basics, and I'm just going to talk about something very simple that buyers and sellers should be aware of. Okay. So when I go on a listing appointment and I actually remember, I give them this printed copy of the seller's disclosure. All right. And this is the current version of it. Okay. It's 14 pages. All right. And this is a questionnaire that sellers fill out about the condition of their home. All right. Whether they live there for a year, whether they live there for 10 years, they're going to fill this out to the best of their ability. And they're just going to answer the questions. All right. I always advise my sellers, if you do not know the answer to something, do not guess. Do not make it up. Just leave it blank or put unknown. This does become part of the contract. Buyers and sellers both sign this, and buyers can also see a copy of this before they schedule a showing or before they submit an offer. So if you're a buyer, this is something that you should definitely be seeing a copy of before you make an offer so that you can gauge, this information along with your offer. If you are a seller, this is something that you will want to mentally prepare yourself to fill out. A lot of times my sellers get very stressed about this document. I try to tell them not to stress too much about this. There's going to be so many other stressful parts of the sales process. Let's not worry about this little piece of paper. But we do want to be honest. We want to be truthful on here. Like I said, this is a legal document that becomes part of the contract. So we have to be we have to disclose everything. I do have clients who ask me things like, Jackie, do we have to disclose this? Do we have to disclose this? And I will answer that, and I'll tell them where on here we need to disclose it if we do. Most of the time the answer is yes, but sometimes it's, cosmetic things that don't need to be disclosed, but because they're visible. But yes, so that is what this document is. Again, it's called a seller's disclosure. So if you're house hunting with a buyer's agent and and you haven't heard of this yet and you're interested in a house, your very next question to the buyer's agent is there a seller's disclosure on a house that you're interested in? And then you want to read through this typically before you're submitting an offer on the house. And you do that so that you can factor in the information that's in here, and also so that, you know what you're getting into. I do have some clients who've been interested in houses that we've toured, and then they actually don't continue forward with the house because of something that was disclosed. So we actually got to a point where they wanted to see the disclosure before we even went to the house. So that's an option as well. You can definitely check out the disclosures of the houses before you go to schedule a tour. These disclosures are not listed on the MLS. They're not available unless you get them through a real estate professional. So you have to get them through the buyer's agent that you're working with, who's helping you buy a house, or you can reach out to the listing agent of the property and they can send you a copy of this so that you can check it out for yourself. So that is my lovely information about the seller's disclosure document. And get ready for some more videos. I want to put some more information out. Like I said, I've been selling real estate for 10 years in South Jersey. I have a lot of information in my head, and I want to get it out. I want to share it. I want to share it more and help buyers and sellers as well as new agents with their business. Thanks.